On May 15th, 2026, I successfully monetized my YouTube channel. I did it! That is kind of how it felt. It also felt like this. And today we're going to talk about why it was actually harder than I thought it was going to be, but also at the same time, why it was actually easier than I thought it was going to be. And the weirdest or craziest part is that it was literally because of basically one sound or song.
Well, damn, some things changed. First of all, my girlfriend moved in, so I have a dog now. Just wanted to introduce him to you guys. His name's Soot. Say hi, Soot. Say hi, hello.
Yeah, so I filmed this whole video like 2 months ago, a month and a half ago, and some things changed. So I'm gonna throw in some clips to update this video a little bit because yeah, there was a huge change with the YouTube monetization requirements. So let's get into it. First of all, if you're new here, what's up? I'm Damien Gruwich, Darth Damien, I guess they call me. I'm one of those lightsaber TikTok guys. If you've ever seen somebody destroying a snowman with a lightsaber, that was probably me. I do a lot of tutorials on here. If you like all that stuff, if you want to learn how to spin a lightsaber, basically, if you want to learn how to do something with your body, I'm your guy. So hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Also, if you would like a lightsaber, I got a bunch of links in my bio for some really cool lightsabers. Go check them out. This is the Terran Malicos, one of my favorite lightsabers ever. Also, I do a ton of lightsaber giveaways. So if you want to win one, if you want to increase your chances of winning one, go follow me on Instagram and on TikTok and sub to me on here. And also turn on that notification bell because that's going to notify you when I do these giveaways. And sometimes I just throw a code in the video itself. So it's just whoever sees the code first, whoever gets that video first, gets the code, gets a free lightsaber. You'll want to turn that bell on to get notified when I post. So you're one of the first people to see that post. All right, back to the video. Back to monetization. Back to monetizing the channel. If you're new to YouTube, if you're new to content creating, if you've just, I don't know, made your account and you've downloaded YouTube Studio, you're going to see the little earn button on the bottom. You're going to click that, and that is where you're going to find the official standards, the view or watch time hours requirements in order to monetize your YouTube channel. You're gonna see two different tiers. The first tier is kind of nothing. It just unlocks like gifts and doesn't even unlock memberships. I think it does. The first tier is like get 1,000 watch time hours in 90 days or in a year, or get 3 million views in 90 days. It's gonna unlock like basic stuff. That's not really gonna do you anything. It's the second tier that you're gonna unlock AdSense, and you're actually going to be able to start making money per views, which is something that I was not able to do for about 4 to 5 years out of the 6 years that I've been making content. Because I live in Canada and I couldn't get on the TikTok Creator Fund, but kind of sucks anyways. It really depends on how much they pay you on that, and like it's all over the place. You really don't make much money on that. Or Facebook has this new monetization program too. That one's pennies as well for the AdSense. Those suck. YouTube AdSense is where it's at. I don't know if you've heard this before. You might have seen a video about this, but YouTube actually pays you.
What I call them? Fun coupons.
Now there's a huge catch. I guess for this video, I'm more of a shorts creator. I'm more of a TikTok short form creator. Just started making these kind of real long form YouTube videos. Thing is, these days, especially in 2026, I don't understand how anyone can really make a YouTube channel these days and only do the long format videos and successfully grow your channel. I mean, there's definitely people out there that are doing that are getting lucky, and you know, it depends on your niche, depends on what you're doing. Sometimes I guess, well, no, everybody can make shorts out of whatever views or whatever they're doing these days. But it's a lot harder to do it that way. Beautiful thing about shorts, about TikTok, about Reels is that they really help you grow your channel. They bring in the subscribers, the followers. It's much easier to pop off, get a bunch of views on a short than an actual video, of course. Actually, the difference is astronomical. To actually get a long form YouTube video to go viral compared to a TikTok or a short, It's not even comparable, really. You kind of need short length videos these days in order to grow your channel. So as a short format video creator, you're only really going to be concerned about the views. Especially on shorts, the views translate into barely any watch time hours. Now there's actually a huge catch, and this kind of sucks. If your YouTube short gets 1 million views, it depends, it kind of varies. That won't directly translate into filling 1 million views on that monetization requirement bar. From what I found, from my own personal experience, if my YouTube short gets 1 million views, that will translate into only about 300K to maybe 600K, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less on that YouTube monetization requirement bar. So that's the catch. You're not going to need 10 million views in 90 days to monetize your YouTube channel. You're going to need more like 21 million views. I actually kind of calculated it like it was in between 19 to 21 million views that I actually had to get on my YouTube shorts in order to fill up that damn bar. So yeah, have fun with that.
Yo, what's up? Yeah, like I said, future me with a little update. YouTube requirements doubled. Yeah, guys, they doubled. So everything I just said, just times it by 2, or it's actually crazy. So now the YouTube requirements, it's 8,000 watch time hours, and it's going to be 20 million views for shorts. It's actually bad. Like, that's actually so crazy. Like I said, it's a catch, so it's not going to be 20 million views. It's going to be like 30 to 40 million views you're going to need now, which I'm super grateful that I already hit the monetization marker, I guess. But guess what? Now you're going to need to retain 10 million views every 90 days in order to receive payouts or actually receive AdSense from shorts. Even if you're monetized, if you don't get 10 million views in 90 days, you don't get any money from that, which is crazy.
Again, I think that depends on whether you're a shorts creator or a long form creator. The amount of views you get on a long form video does fill up that bar more equally than the shorts do, especially watch time hours. If you make a video that's like 20 minutes long and like, 1,000 people watch it fully, do the math on that, you're actually going to fill up that watch time bar pretty fast. So that's the thing, actually. If you get one long form video that actually pops off, that could probably do it for you on meeting those requirements. But doing that is very hard. Getting a long form video, a video above 7 to 10 minutes long, to get more than like 500,000 to, I don't know, even to get 100,000 views. That's a hard thing to do. And you need a good amount of You're going to need a good amount of subscribers to do that, or you're going to just have to get lucky and hit the algorithm and have a video that goes a little bit viral. That's the thing though, there's people out there that get 50 million views on one short, and that one video itself just monetizes their whole channel. And you could do that in 1 week, you could do that in like 2 days, it depends. It really depends on everybody, on what kind of brain rot you're posting. That's why it's harder, you're gonna need a lot of views to meet that requirement bar. But at the same time, your potential for getting a lot of views through shorts is going to be a lot higher. You're going to have a lot more chances for success on that. Especially when you find a trend or a sound, or you create a video that goes viral and you can keep redoing that video in different ways to keep collecting those views. And that is essentially how I monetized my channel. If you've been subscribed for a while, or if you've been following me for a while, then you probably know what the sound is. I shit you not, that God Rest Ye Merry Men song by the Pentatonics. Is that how you say it? The slowed version, it has to be the slowed version too. Well, I guess the sound that I use on my shorts isn't the slowed version, but I would use the slowed version in the video actually. And there's also another catch that I got to talk about that's very interesting. That song single-handedly gained me my 21 million views. I mean, but that sound is what gained me the majority of the views that I needed to monetize this channel. And it was through just one simple format video. All I did was this.
God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing.
So as you can see, that little challenge I created, how fast can I spin? How fast can I spin this saber? How fast can I spin this lightsaber? What's the best color combination? What's this? What? I just literally just used that sound and made very similar videos in similar ways to ride that algorithm. It's actually very key with social media and if you want to be successful on here. That's also kind of why it took me a while to gain success, because I kind of hated that. I hated especially seeing other creators do that. They find the one sound, they do that one video, and then boom, they're just spamming that video over and over and over again. It becomes their whole channel. And I'm like, man, like, I get it. You're getting millions and millions, you're getting all these views, but at what cost? But unfortunately, if you want to be successful in this, you kind of do have to sell your soul a little bit. Like, it sucks. It actually sucks. I did not want to do all those videos. I mean, they're not hard. They're kind of fun, you know. It's not bad. But, like, I did. I literally felt bad posting that video over and over and over again, that type of video, being like, oh my gosh, I know the people that actually follow me regularly are going to be tired of this. But the thing is, it rides that algorithm. It puts you on that algorithm so hard that you're getting so many new people watching your videos. You're getting a massive amount of views, massive amount of new subscribers who haven't seen any of your stuff before. So to them, you're not spamming that. That's the first video you've ever seen. So that's the thing. It's kind of a catch. That's the key. At least a very important part of my success was finding that one sound and just milking it, man. You gotta milk it. You gotta milk it. And eventually you probably will stop getting views on that sound. That's kind of how it works. And then you move on to the next thing. You try to find the next things. So yeah, that was a really big part of it.
I want to kind of elaborate. That's going to be even worse now. Now, creators like myself and us creators, instead of making our own cool content that we just enjoy making, we gotta try follow these freaking trends and algorithms and whatever in order to survive on here, in order to just try to make a living, in order to try and make this your full-time job.
The people behind Pentatonics, thank you for making that sound. Thank you guys, I appreciate it. But also, you're welcome.
Every time I get a limited strike on one of those videos that was going very viral, that means I do revenue sharing with Pentatonics, I'm pretty sure. So I think half of the AdSense that I made that I could be making, or that I make when I make one of those God rest ye merry, how fast can I spin challenge videos, they get a cut of that. So that's why I said you're welcome.
It wasn't single-handedly that one sound or that video. I had a few other videos, you know, my snowman destroying videos. I had some other funny videos. There's another sound, the art of guitar. I did a few quick little snowman lightsaber videos with that one and gained me a decent amount of views as well. I guess I can't attribute all the success to that sound, because there was one other huge major change that I made that also helped me monetize the channel in the last 6 months compared to the last 6 years of doing this. Major change that I made was posting every day. I actually have finally committed to this. I've actually started taking this fully seriously. I kind of made a New Year's resolution, but I have been posting pretty much every single day, more than once a day sometimes too, for the last 7 months, I guess now. And that has made a huge, significant change. I noticed my videos getting more views. I noticed more companies reaching out to me. It also just kind of set like a standard for myself where like I needed, if I didn't get a video out that day, it would drive me insane. It was kind of like an OCD thing almost. It was like, oh no, I didn't do this. It's like something that I needed to do. And that little trick that I did to myself, or at least finally being able to commit in that way, is what really drove me to go out there and chase those views and to make that video and to keep making that video over and over again. And there was a spot there where in those 90 days, like in the last month, I was hitting that point where the views that I got almost 90 days ago, I was going to lose them. And then that bar, it gets decreased after if you get a video that gets 1 million views, and then after that 90 days passes, you lose those views from that bar. So I actually had like a deadline that I was kind of fighting against. I knew that like, oh no, I posted these videos on February 11th. So on May 11th, May 12th, that's when I'm going to start losing these views. And it was like a deadline. It was literally like a deadline that pushed me to go out there and film more and more and more. And so that in a way kind of helped. That actually helped. Having that bar, seeing the exact number, seeing that bar climb was such a grind. It really was a grind. And when I filled that up, when my YouTube, when that day, May 15th, was when I woke up, or at least I think it was that night. I got off work and I checked and the bar was gone. And it was like, congratulations. It literally pops, like a button pops up where it's like, monetize your channel now. And it literally just it monetizes every single video you have or that can be monetized. And it was my Thanos moment. I will think about that moment for the rest of my life, because that was actually something that, when I think about it, that was probably the hardest I've ever worked towards something in my whole life, in my entire life. Like, I was always very good at sports, at school. No, I've never worked so hard at something to achieve something than that. And that feeling, I'm telling you now, nobody will ever be able to take that feeling away from you. And if you've experienced that, you know what it feels like. You know what it feels like. Oh my God.
Also, I wanted to add something else in pretty quick here. In regards to posting every day, it wasn't just posting every day that magically increased my numbers. And it actually does help. It definitely does do things to, you get a little bit more views, you get more of a chance to be promoted on the algorithm. It definitely helps in little ways like that. The biggest way posting every day helps is just you're increasing the amount of videos you're putting out, and that just increases your odds for one of those videos catching fire. It just increases the odds that you use the right sound on a video, and then you find that trend, that algorithm. It's just math. It's just the more videos, the more probability that you're gonna do well. New Year's resolution really did change my life, because every winter I'd kind of go through this phase where, like, I live in Saskatchewan, Canada. So our winters, we get -30 to -40 Celsius winters with 4 feet of snow outside. And I used to just not, how do you film in that? How do you go outside and film videos in that? That New Year's resolution of posting every day forced me to go out in that super freezing, super cold weather and just bang out some kind of short video. Sometimes I'd only film out there for 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes, because you literally freeze. Yeah, you literally can't be out there in that cold for that long. When times get tough, you can't get lazier. You gotta keep with the routine, and that's super important. Is just making it your routine and keeping with it.
Before I end this video, there's another catch. There's a little thing that I wanted to let you know about. Every time I'd use that sound, the God Rest Ye Merry Men, I would get a warning. I'd get a limited warning on that video saying like, hey, you're using a copyrighted sound. The thing with shorts is that it doesn't demonetize that short. It doesn't take it off for you if it gets limited. That's the beautiful thing about shorts. And the crazy thing is the limited marker, if you get that limited marker on a short, it actually tends to boost it. It boosts the views. I don't know why. I don't know why the algorithm is set up like that. You'll notice every short that I posted with that sound has a limited warning, has a limited violation warning on it. And I love that. I love those warnings, because if I saw that, I'd kind of guarantee the video to get a whole bunch of views. But also no matter what, it would put that violation on anytime I'd use that sound, regardless. But that was a good thing. The limited violation marker, when I first got that, I was like, you got to be kidding me. And then the video got 5 million views. And I was like, all right, well, I guess limited doesn't mean limited. It means unlimited. Unlimited power. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's ridiculous, but we did it, fam. We did it. I'm not going to talk about how much money I'm making yet, because it's really not that much. I'm still only part-time at this. I still am a bartender. I still have another part-time job. This is pretty much paying the bills, but it's not stable enough for me to completely quit my job yet. but we're getting so close. We're getting so close to that, and that's going to be another amazing Thanos moment for me.
Another update. I don't know why I said I didn't want to talk about how much money I make. I'm going to just be honest because it's really not that much. For about every million views I get on shorts, at least, this isn't long. I just want to remind you guys, not long form videos. Make about $100 to $200 per million views on shorts. So that's the thing. If you're not even getting 10 million views in 90 days, you know, do the math. You're not even making like $300. You're not making too much money from that anyways. So I kind of see why they're raising that standard and not paying you out. But at the same time, $200, $300 per month is not bad. That's kind of...
Hey, just wanted to correct my own dummy opinion here, because no, that is a lot of money. That, especially in the long run, like for over a year, like no, that's like a few $1,000s. Like what the hell?
But then again, yeah, man, this is tough. You know, you don't want to get wrapped up in the money. You don't want to do this for the wrong reasons. But like, come on, man. Everybody wants to make their dream their job, their hobby their job. And they're just trying to make it harder and harder, aren't they?
So yeah, that's kind of it. I kind of just wanted to come on here, and I like rambling, and I just wanted to ramble about how I monetized my channel, why it was hard, but why it was also easier, and why you can do it too. Anybody can do it. But yeah, thanks for watching. Go check out the links in my bio. Go check out my tutorials. Peace.